What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy with EOAlive Sports. This is all brought to you by Hobby Habit in LeGrand. 411 First Street, they have the best selection of Traxxas RC cars in Eastern Oregon. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. He's the heavyweight. He just moved here a year ago, and he's already making waves in the wrestling world in LeGrand. He's Darryn Richardson. Here it is. Darryn, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. So you just moved here at the beginning of your senior year?
Yes, sir.
What was that like?
It was definitely a change of pace. It was hard to leave some of my really great friends that I had out there, some family, but we needed a change in our lives. Came to be closer to be family and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start your senior year at LeGrand. Did you played football?
Yep.
Do you do anything in the spring?
I shoot trap, but I haven't. I used to play baseball, but I stopped my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick something up again.
Well, I mean, you could get involved in trap here.
Yeah.
EOU has a trap team.
Yeah.
The head coach is Shorts, and he's got a daughter that's a senior.
Yeah.
That's something that if you're interested in,
Yeah.
I'm sure they can make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
Definitely wrestling.
Really?
Yep. Always
you love
has
wrestling?
been. Yep.
How long you been wrestling?
13 years now.
13 years.
Yeah.
What do you love about it?
Just the atmosphere. It's unlike all the other sports. You get to go and stay in hotels, interact with the other wrestlers, It's a whole different atmosphere rather than, going and putting your pads on for, your 4-quarter football game. You actually, get to go sit in the bleachers, hang out with the other wrestlers, make new friends.
Yeah. That's my son was a heavyweight wrestler. That's what he loved about wrestling was just the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Anything. Being new, has there been any trouble like fitting in with the wrestlers, or are you?
Actually, I got to be with some of the other wrestlers during football season, obviously,
right, yeah.
but when I first had moved here, I had gotten to go with Clayla and the rest of the wrestling team to, Idaho and that kind of stuff and wrestle with those guys. They treated me very well the moment I got here.
Yeah.
Didn't really have any troubles fitting in. Everybody was super cool right off from the start.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. This wrestling team that you're new to.
Yeah.
I'll still say you're new.
Yeah.
What's the thing that surprised you the most?
Probably how much of a family these guys are. It's just a wonderful team in general. There's no nobody's left out. We all treat each other with respect, and no matter what, we're all together.
That's why I spend a lot of time covering LeGrand wrestling, because it's unique in the fact that there is no, you know what I mean? There is no, everybody's included.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
In school, what's your favorite subject?
I'd have to say math. I've always been, big with the math.
I'm 100% a math dude. I like things that have an answer.
Yeah.
And I like to be able to prove, work it back to the question. It makes sense in my head. For you personally, what's your goal this year? What do you want out of this year?
I definitely want to make it to the state tournament, if not to, place. But the number one goal is to, obviously win state. But, there's a lot of tough dudes in 4A, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be your goal, I think.
Yeah, especially as a senior.
Yeah, and team-wise, that should be, I would hope that's the same goal.
Yeah.
One word or one statement or one quote that Clell has, left in your brain, what are you going to take away?
To be a champion, you got to eat like a champion.
There's 4 things, right?
Yeah.
4 things. Eat like a champion, sleep like a champion, train like a champion, and act like a champion.
Yep.
right?
Be a champion.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes sense. I mean, that's not like hard principles,
No,
right?
it's not.
I mean, eating like a champion is hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. But like, could you imagine being like those little guys that have to
I know.
watch you eat a cheeseburger?
I know. I honestly, every time we go to do weigh-ins, especially like watching all the super lightweights like Camden having to cut,
Oh.
But I'm over here, just having a grand old time, eating whatever I want.
Yeah. So my son wrestled 215 his freshman through his junior year.
Yeah.
Then he was going to play football in college.
Yeah.
So the coaches were like, "Don't cut this year. You need to just wrestle heavyweight."
Yeah.
Well, he was only like 228 pounds.
Yeah.
And he said it was the best year of wrestling he's ever had because he didn't have to worry about making 215 ever. And then in his first year in college, he cuts to 197.
Yeah.
Ooh. Could you imagine being a heavyweight and cutting to 190?
I could not.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Like you got to give special like respect to those dudes that cut. There's
100%.
Pineapple on pizza. You ain't passing it up.
Yeah. It's not my go-to.
No,
but
if that's all that was there, Darryn Richardson is eating it.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like
Yeah.
I don't like the texture of warm pineapple. What's your go-to pizza?
I'd probably say like just a meat lovers.
Yeah, me too. 100%. There's no better topping than just any kind of meat on a pizza.
Exactly.
If you could have any food in the world, like anything, mom's cooking, dad's cooking, a restaurant, what are you having?
I would have to say my grandmother's burritos.
Burritos?
Yeah.
Just like beef or what's in them?
Nobody knows. She makes them herself. She always had,
Just a good grandma's burrito.
Exactly.
Huh? That's what you're going for. Like if are you like more of a sit down restaurant kind of guy or like fast food?
I've never really been the biggest fan of fast food. I do like to sit down and eat just because it's not, just grease.
Yeah.
It's good, well cooked food, and it's.
I would 99.9% out of the time, if I have the choice, actually 100% of the time, if I have the choice between a sit-down restaurant and like McDonald's, I'm going to the sit-down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
it's just not. It's I mean I understand America's fixation on fast food and why we are fixed on it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you like think about it, and you're like, they tell you what's in this, and you're still just gobbling it down. Like what? I don't get that part of it. What about next year? What's your plans? What do you want to do?
I'm planning on going to medical school at EOU.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
So you could definitely, if you don't wrestle, you could definitely shoot, or you could possibly do both.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I've thought about it, going out there to wrestle, but college level's a whole different story.
Oh, I know.
And I've put my body through a lot already.
It's tough. It wrecks you. I mean, literally. But I mean, even if you don't wrestle, they have the trap team.
Exactly.
They travel. They go to Vegas. They're good too.
Yeah.
They're good. They really are, and maybe that's something, a social activity that is also sport, and it'll keep you involved, let you meet new people, and probably be a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Coach Shorts, he's cool. I mean, he's very well. His wife works up there too. They're very well respected. That would be a great opportunity for you. Do you have your phone in your pocket?
Yes, sir.
Can you get to it?
Of course.
What's the last song that you listened to?
Oh boy. Mr. Red, White, and Blue by Kofi Anderson.
Is that country?
Yes, sir.
It would have to be, right?
Yeah.
What's your go-to genre?
Country. Always. 90s specifically, though.
That's the best era of country. Maybe 80s, too.
Yeah.
But the new country's kind of weird,
Yeah, they kind of bring it into a little bit of rap and stuff like that, and it's like
it definitely has melded more into pop, I think.
Yeah.
If you're getting ready for a wrestling match, are you listening to music?
Oh yeah.
What are you listening to?
Still my country.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't turn on something a little more
No,
upbeat?
I'm one of those wrestlers that doesn't like to be super amped up before a wrestling match because I like to wrestle very, controlled defensively,
Yeah.
Wait for the other guy to make a mistake and then take my move,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the wrestling world, I'm sure you've heard this before, and I'll cut it out if you don't like it, but you're a fat boy heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
You know it.
Of course,
right?
Yeah.
And there's a certain style to it. And
Exactly.
I can say that because I'm part of the group.
Yeah.
But there's a certain style to that style
Oh, yeah.
of wrestling, and
Yep.
it's very, very effective. Otherwise, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yep.
And I kind of get the whole not wanting to get too fired up because you can
Overdo it.
pump the adrenaline too much,
Yep.
and then you go out there and do something stupid.
Yeah.
Which is when your style of wrestling, that's when you get caught and you get
Yep.
thrown and you get a head and arm or
Yeah.
a hip throw or something. And a lot of your matches are either pins or like 2-1, 3-1,
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get an escape in the third round or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I've watched a lot of heavyweight wrestling because
I've always said that wrestling's 70% mental, 30% strength. It's
a lot of it is mental. People
very
don't
mental
realize
sport.
that. They think it's just two people going out there and the stronger kid's going to win all
Yeah.
the time. It's not
Not
true.
always.
Not true. If you had to choose one or the other, 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
Oh Lord. I would probably say 5 years in prison.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no, you wake up 10 years down the line and you don't know, and you would be lost. It would be crazy. Right?
Not to mention, I'm a very big family guy.
Yeah.
And at least even if I am in prison, I can still get my parents can come see me,
Yep.
my family can come see
You
me.
can work out, you can go to school,
Yeah.
you can do everything that
Yeah.
that you really need to do. And then if you didn't, you'd wake up and people would be dead that you
Yeah.
knew. People would be, have kids. You
Yeah.
wouldn't know who the president was for
Yeah.
sure. What about 10 years from now? Where are you?
I've never really thought that far into the future, but I would hopefully be starting a family of my own, have a nice, good paying job,
Yeah.
focusing on the,
American dream.
next, yeah.
Speaking of job, what in the medical field, what do you want to do?
I would have to say that I wanted to be a trauma surgeon for the longest time, but, that's going to take a lot of schooling. So I've been talking, with family members that have been in the medical field before, and I think I'm going to go into anesthesiology.
Oh, that's they're always needed.
Yeah.
They're definitely, and it's well paying too.
Oh, yeah.
It pays extremely well.
Yeah.
I've always thought of. I mean, I've had a few surgeries, so I've been put out a few times. Actually, once by my friend that I've known for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've always thought anesthesiologists were a little bit off their rocker a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're
Yeah.
going in there to put somebody to sleep. Like, it's not a natural thing.
Yeah.
Like, here, let me give you this propofol and fall asleep for a little while. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I was telling him, I'm like, don't do anything weird to me when I'm knocked
Yeah.
out, bro. Because I mean, I've known.
Yeah.
Actually, the dude worked for me
Yeah.
when we were younger. Like,
Yeah.
I was a house manager at a group home, and he was a staff.
Yeah.
And then, 15, 20 years down the line, he's knocking me out in the hospital. I was a good boss, though, so
Yeah.
he didn't have no reason to get after me, do anything too funny. Yeah, that's what made you decide that? Like, just family, like, talking about you got somebody in your family that does it?
I've always just wanted to, help people.
Yeah.
But my first choice was going to the military. But a lot of people don't know I'm a type 1 diabetic.
Okay.
And that limits a lot of the, military experience
100%.
and all that kind of stuff. And, I have a brother. He's a first responder firefighter. My mom, she was a medic in the Army. She also was an EMT for a while.
Oh, cool.
They both, were like It's tough work, you know. You see a lot of, you know, bad things happen.
My best friend is a flight nurse. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he was a firefighter EMT here in the
Yeah.
Grand.
And it was actually my brother that put the anesthesiology into my head. You know, he said, pays good. Don't
Yeah.
really have to do, you know, a whole lot. I mean, obviously it'll still be hard, but
Yeah.
you don't get to see, you know, that tragedy part of things.
Yeah, a little bit less.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still going to see some tragic stuff.
Well, yeah.
Especially
it's
if you're working like, at trauma or
Yeah.
or emergency room, because
Yeah.
there are times when you have to knock somebody out that's
Oh, yeah.
in bad shape. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's not like showing up to a car wreck with a kid
Yeah.
in the back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever. I couldn't handle it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle blood. I'm not good with kids getting hurt, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't be good. It would not. It's never even been a thought in my mind. You know,
Yeah.
like you got to be cut out for it.
Yeah.
So EOU medicals, you want to start the pre-med,
Yep.
and in 10 years we talked about what you'd be doing. Where do you want to live? Like, what's your ideal place to live?
You know, as of right now, I'm very happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I would like to be closer to some of, you know, my old friends.
Which is all the way across the country, right?
Yeah.
And
Minnesota.
that's funny because the friend I was just talking to you about
Yeah.
is a flight nurse in Minnesota.
Yeah.
He also works for the Rosso, North Dakota Fire
Yeah.
Department as well. He just travels back and forth.
Yeah.
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 Minnesota, that's all the way across the whole country.
Yeah.
That's dang near Canada.
Yeah.
Were you close to Canada in Minnesota?
Not really. We were more like central Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the St. Paul area.
Yeah.
But you come like down on the state, like I'd say maybe 2-3 hours into St. Cloud, Minnesota. I lived kind of on the outskirts of St. Cloud.
And you wrestled all the way through high school there?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
first 3 years?
Yeah, I started off when I was like pre-K. I was at Apollo. It was, you know, it was an okay program. It wasn't, you know, nothing crazy. But then when I had finally gotten to the Ricori program, it was a tough road. We kind of had, you know, coaches that focused on other wrestlers rather than the whole team as
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
But as of like coming here to wrestle, it's been a whole different ball game. I love all the coaches here at LeGrand. I love all the kids here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an amazing program.
Like you said, it's a family. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's a strong family, and it's a big family.
Yeah.
And there's no weaknesses, like
Yeah.
really, in my eyes. So we talked about your goals. We talked about next year. What's one word that you could use to describe you on the wrestling mat?
That's a really good question. Just say calm. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like you're pretty calm. most of the
Even
time.
like when I talk to my parents after my matches, they're like, I don't know, like I look at you and you just seem so calm, and we're over here all frantic and people yelling, and
Yeah.
like most kids, they, you know, they have to listen to, you know, the crowd, the coaches and all that. But like the moment my headgear goes on, everything's tuned out. It's just me and that guy out there on that mat. And
Yeah.
it's, you know,
That's good.
yeah.
That's awesome. Eastern Oregon. He's LHS senior wrestler Darryn Richardson. I'm Dodzy. Darryn, thank you. Thanks, Darryn. Let's go place at state at least. You can do it. Let's bring back a team state championship as well. That would be amazing. None of this is possible without Hobby Habit. Go check out what Joe and his team have done there at the store. They have so many different things in there, from disc golf supplies to Magic the Gathering. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. That's all I got for you, Eastern Oregon. I appreciate you. I'm Dodzy, and I'm out.